We're not the Christian church. We're not out here to get numbers. We are here to save souls. It's not about numbers. It's about real men of God.
I'm going to show you what the Most High told us to do on the Sabbath. Give me Luke 14 and 20. What you're doing right now is what the Most High commands each and every black, Hispanic, and Native American man to do. We are out here raising up the 12 tribes of Israel.
That's right.
Which are you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Read that.
No, we're the propitiation of our sin.
And he is.
Jesus Christ is the propitiation of our sin.
That's right.
Bring it up. So that's the kind of nonsense we're talking about. Of God.
The what?
Oracles of God.
This Bible was only given to the children of Israel.
That's right.
It was not given to any African. It was not given to any Egyptian. Give me Psalms 147, 19 and 20. Because according to the Bible, we are at the bottom of society because we do not keep God's laws, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
And it's high time that we wake up out of sleep.
Neither keep they the king's law.
And they don't even keep the king's law. Because guess what? Just because the so-called white man says Sunday is the Sabbath, we say, no, that's not true. The Sabbath is on Saturday, and we're going to keep it on Saturday.
That's right.
And we're going to write up a written document saying I'm not working on the Sabbath. Because we're different from everybody else. We're not going to do what everybody else does. We're not going to sing and dance like the white man has told us to do for over 400 years.
Proverbs chapter 1, verse 20. Wisdom cries out. She uttereth her voice in the streets.
We are here today to teach you so-called blacks and Hispanics who you are according to the Bible. Hey, sister, you have a minute? Read.
Proverbs chapter 1, verse 20. Wisdom cries without. She uttereth her voice in the streets.
Read.
She cries in the chief place of concourse.
We are in the chief place of Concord where Israel is. A bunch of Israelites that don't even know who they are according to the Bible. None of them want to stop to hear God's word. When we are teaching them who they are really according to the Bible, that they must keep these laws and statutes in order for us to get out of this kingdom.
That's right.
Read.
In the openings of the gates, in the city, she uttered her words, saying, how long ye simple ones?
How long are we going to remain simple? Want to follow the traditions of those other nations? Hey, brothers, do you know your nationality according to the Bible, man? What's your nationality?
Black.
Black. Don't you know black is just a color, man? I guess you're too busy, right? Read.
How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity?
How long, ye simple one, would you love simplicity? Prefer to follow Sundays as the day of worship.
Right.
Prefer to follow Easter, Valentine's Day.
Right.
All those things are not our tradition. We here to teach you so-called blacks and Hispanic what requires of you.
That's right.
But no, we'd rather stay in the state that we are in, being in the bottom, always asking for equal rights. God says you are better.
Right.
Why do you want to be equal?
Bring it out.
That makes no sense. But until we wake up and know what really requires of us, we're going to remain in that state. Hey, brother, you have a minute, man? It won't take long. We're using the Bible, same book you use. We here for you guys. We could have stayed at the church and fellowship, but we here to reach out to you guys, let y'all know who you are according to the Bible. Let me ask you a quick question. Both of y'all, what's your nationality? See, I got two different answers. Come closer, man. I won't bite. We are brothers and sisters. We all are, okay? What would you say your nationality is, man?
I'm African. I said black.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Both of those answers are not correct, to be honest. African American is two white men. Africa, Leo Africanus Scipio, and Amerigo Vespucci. That's two white men. Would you say you from two white men? So why we call ourselves that? Black is just a color.
Right.
You you're not that color, you have on. So you can't be black. So what are they hiding from us that we don't know about? Go to Deuteronomy 28 and 15.
Bring it out.
I'm going to show you that we being lied to. Actually, first give me Isaiah 1 and 3. I'm sorry.
Bring it out.
We're being lied to all our lives, and we settle with that. We agree with whatever they tell us.
Right.
We at HBCU, FAMU, one of the well-known in the whole America, and yet we are not being taught who we are according to the Bible. Read that for me.
Isaiah chapter 1, verse 3. The ox knoweth his honor.
God is comparing us with two animals, right? Two dumb animals. Listen to that.
In the ass is his master's crib.
It says the ox knows its owner, the ass is master's crib, right? Read.
But Israel does not know. My people does not consider.
Now, I asked both of you guys, and both of y'all didn't give me the right answer. And the scripture say that was gonna happen. That the ass, the donkey, and the ox, they know their master and they know their home. And you don't know who is your master, and you don't know your home. Now, if I were to ask you where you from, you're gonna say Africa, because that's where they took you. Doesn't mean that's where you're from, right? Now, let me show you some of those curses why we don't know. Go to Deuteronomy 28 and 15.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Now, Moses was telling Israel, if you don't listen to the voice of the Most High God and to do all his commandments that he gave you, that all these curses will come upon you and overtake you. Right. What are some of those curses that he was talking about here? Let's go continue, verse 16.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field.
When you look within Tallahassee, you have two different sides in Tallahassee, right? You have the north side and the south side. Would you guys agree? What do they say? What do they say about the south side? Is that's where mostly what? Who live in that side? The Bible says, "Cursed shall thou be in thy city." Would you want to get a job in the south side or the north side? Most likely, you know you're not gonna get paid well, or if you do get a job there, you can get shot, and all those things fall under the curse. Shall thou be in thy city? And God prophesies that. It teaches us, it tells us that we need to be aware of those things. Cursed shall thou be in the field. Our forefathers were working in the field, cotton field. Read.
Cursed shall, Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 17. Cursed shall be thy basket in thy store.
Now it's telling you even when you go buy stuff in the stores, you don't prosper any of those things. Jump to verse 30.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 30. Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her.
When did that happen? You have a wife and another man come and put hands on her and sleep with her and nothing you could do. When did that happen? No, actual time. I'm bringing the Bible to life to you so you can see those things that written in the Bible did happen. Do you remember? Did you see that movie Butler? Okay. During slavery, a lot of our wives were being raped by exactly. And what could we do? Nothing. Continue.
Thou shalt build a house, and thou shalt not dwell therein.
Who built this whole country?
White man.
No, white men did not build it.
Well, I'm sorry, I take that down. When you said, I'm thinking about.
No, I'm not saying who's
sorry,
how.
I'm
Oh yeah,
sorry.
who built it? Who built it?
We built this country. I'm sorry.
That's right. Read.
Thou shalt plant a vineyard.
No. Read. Let's start from the build again.
And thou shalt build a house, and thou shalt not dwell therein.
Did we live in them? Those houses that we built, when the White House, did we live in it? No, we didn't.
We weren't slaves.
No, we were slaves. Like those slave masters. Don't they have a big house and then they have a barn where you sleep in?
Right.
So you built that big house, but you don't live in it.
Right, we weren't
It's the same as that White House. You never live in that White House. You see it. Your eyes see it, but you never go in it. And even if you did, you are a slave master where all you had to do is just serve them. Our sisters were living in there, and also a lot of rape was going on because they were in there. Continue.
Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and shalt not gather the grapes thereof.
Same thing with cotton. We planted them, but we didn't gather any. They gather them. They make profit off of those things. All that fall under the curse. Go to verse 37.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment.
What's an astonishment? Exactly, amazement. The other nation, when they look at us, they are amazed. They're like, damn, these people that have no idea who they are. They are amazed because they know what we used to do, what we used to be. And to see the state that we are in today, it's an amazement to them. Read.
A proverb and a byword.
A proverb. What's a proverb?
A story that basically has some kind of good meaning.
That's right. A wise saying that all the Israelites, that they were black, they were not white, because we don't read. We've been dumbed down. Even in this university, you think they will teach you those things? No. Read.
A byword among all nations.
Jump to verse 45. Verse 46.
Deuteronomy 28, verse 46.
All what we're bringing here is things that apply to us today. And you see if I can connect them. And who else that can say that these pertained unto them? Nobody else but us. Read.
Deuteronomy 28, verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign.
What is it referring to? It's saying they. They refer to those curses shall be upon you for a sign. That means when I see a stop sign, I know it means to stop. That means when I see those curses, like going to slavery by cargo slave ship, I go like that's happening to only one group of people. Right. It says your wife will be taken. Somebody else will rape your wife. Nothing you can do. I know who that happened to. Continue.
And I wonder.
And I wonder. Why is it a wonder? Because we're still wondering who we are. Read.
And upon thy seed forever.
And that will pass on from generation to generation. It's been over 400 years and we're still in the same state. Read.
Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness.
That's why. Because we didn't want to keep God's commandment with gladness of heart. Read.
And with gladness of heart.
Now jump to verse 45. 48.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68.
48.
Verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies.
You hear what he just said? Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, plural. That means you don't have only one type of enemy, you have many. Right? All these nations fall on our captivity. They all play parts in our captivity. And I can prove that too according to the scripture. Before I go there, let's finish this. Read.
Which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger.
In hunger, when you need something to eat, where do you have to go to get those things? The store. Who own those stores? Read.
And thirst.
And thirst. The water that you have at your house, or the bottled water, aquafina, those waters, who own them? Read.
And nakedness.
The clothes that we wear. Do we have our own clothing line? And even if we do, the fabric, where we get them from? Read.
In want of all things.
And in want of all things. Like here, we are trying to get education here, so we can get a certificate. Without that, you limited in jobs. Death certificate, birth certificate, marriage certificate, license. All those things, you need them to get it from. Read. And in want of all things.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
Who did they put a yoke of iron on whose neck did they put a yoke of iron? Yes, and that happened to only us. Read.
Until he have destroyed thee.
When you have a dog, you put a leash on that dog. When you just got the dog, after a period of time, you can take that leash off, and you don't have to worry about the dog. It's not gonna go anywhere, right? It's the same thing that happened to us. We had a yoke of iron because they didn't want us to leave, because we were very rebellious at that time. Wanted to fight off to get off whatever bondage that we were in. But after a period of time, they break our spirit. Right. We no longer want to fight fight anymore. Now we settle. We become complacent. That's what he's saying. And after that, he will remove that yoke of iron because there's no need to it. That's when it passed 1865. Try like, you know, thinking that they're not gonna go anywhere. But we actually give praise to that white man, Abraham Lincoln, thinking that he did good for us. Not really. He knew that we ain't going anywhere. What's the point of put them in chain? To continue, go to jump to 68. Now I'm gonna give you exactly when we went to slavery, how we got here. If I would have asked you, what would you say? How did we get to this land? And how? By what kind of transportation?
On the slave ship.
Watch this. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
The word Egypt means bondage. It's a Greek word, right? It says you'll be taken into slavery again with ships. According to history, what other nation you know that went to slavery by cargo slave ship? It's the so-called Jewish in Israel today went to slavery by cargo slave ship. According to history, nobody. Only us did. And it's written in this book.
That's right.
We never read it. Deuteronomy 7 and 6. First of all, you have to know that God picked you. You are chosen. You're not just like everybody. Okay? Now, knowing that, there gotta be some type of requirement from you. You can't be special and then you just do nothing. No. Read that. 7 verse 6.
Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God.
God says you are an holy people unto him. Read.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people.
What is it like to be special, or like if you have a special something? What does that mean to you? It's something that's very dear to you. You wouldn't want nothing, like no one to put hands on it. Like let's say if you have a special shoe, no one can touch that shoe. That's your shoe, right? God says you are special unto him. Read that again.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself. Above all people.
Above what?
Above all people.
Why are we fighting want to be equal to them when God says you are above all?
That's right.
Shalom, Israel. I'm Elder Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. YouTube likes to shut our channels down, as some of you have noticed, ever so often. Subscribing to join IUIC will assure you will always stay connected to our YouTube accounts. We want to do our best to make sure this truth gets out. Please click and join our subscriber YouTube channel called Join IUIC to stay linked to all of our videos. So again, please make sure you subscribe to this Join IUIC channel to get your latest updates from all our YouTube channels. Shalom.